stupid. I think
What about, hey Brucey? What about drinking blood?
drinking blood.
Yeah,
And what do you mean? Like,
like JC said, or Yeshua, however you want to call him.
yeah, I mean that was symbolic.
Symbolic.
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
No, but he gave us a piece of bread and some wine, and so bread is not body and wine is not literally blood. So that's how I know it's symbolic.
Why would he say that though?
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Why would God
Why would
cause
he say
North?
eat of my
Hold on, hold
blood,
on.
drink of
I'm gonna give
that
you.
don't make no sense, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you an equivalent. I'm gonna give you something that's equivalent in the Old Testament. So,
Okay.
God
Yeah,
supposedly.
try.
Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna give you an equivalent, and you're gonna have to answer it. So, in the Old Testament, God calls Israel his son, but he also calls Israel his wife. Can a father marry his son according to the Torah, or is it symbolic? I'd like an answer.
It's symbolic in the frame of thought.
Oh, so it can be symbolic when we're talking about the Old Testament, but it can't be symbolic when we're talking about the New Testament.
But who's speaking?
Why is
Who's
it?
speaking though?
But
Christ is.
the issue is that
Where?
whether it's realistic or symbolic, God already established who are his children, and that's the people of Israel. So
Lame argument.
if Jesus is called a son, that's okay. He could be called a son, but he can't be called a begotten son because he's not the only one. And that title
I don't
was
believe he's
given
God.
to David and Solomon. So that's the issue that we have. It can't be a
Yeah,
begotten son.
I don't believe he's God. So we're not differing in that opinion. But he tried to bring up how the New Testament, he tried to bring up specifically the Eucharist or communion to try to say that
Oh,
was
okay.
breaking
I
Torah,
didn't listen to
even
that. My
though
bad.
the Eucharist and the communion is symbolic in the same way that God marrying Israel and also calling Israel his son is symbolic. Because if we take a literal approach, then you're going to have to take a literal approach to what the Old Testament says, and you'll have to say that God married his son, who's also a girl. I'd like an answer. Cricket. Right.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Once again, I just wanted to try to bring up the awareness of how we need to, whether we agree or disagree with certain things, and we have to agree that there's a lot of things in the Torah, the prophets,